my live class. So without further ado, I'm going to open up with the mantra and then we'll move forward, okay, into the class. Estoma sadgamaya Dhammasoma jyotigamaya Rityurman Ritangamaya Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hello everyone and welcome to the class, live class for healers, any kind of healers, okay? You can be healer online in your community, doctor, nurse, psychiatrist, counselor, a healer in your own genre, okay? To be crystal clear. There'll be timestamps down below in the description box and comment area after this live is done, okay? I'm gonna wait for a moment before we go any further so that way people get their notification to come in, and then we'll start, okay, here in a little bit. So after this live, I'm going to be having dinner. Right now, it's cooking in the oven. It's bake herb chicken with smoked paprika in it. Try out smoked paprika if you're into that. It smells so good and it tastes so good too. Than regular paprika. It'll definitely make a change in your stuff. Oh, I barely even touched the... Hi everyone. Welcome to the live class. Don't forget to hit the like button. So in this live class, I'll be doing 2 oracle readings, okay? Hi everyone, don't forget to hit the like button. This is for any kind of healer in your genre, okay? Hi there, Kimberly Potter. Don't forget to hit the like button, people who just joined the class. You can watch this at any time. There'll be timestamps down below in the description box and comment area. Okay, so that way you can start on this. This is the first start. Hi, Scarlett B. Hi there, Sandeep Kumar. This is a live for healers, any kind of healer. You can be counselor and whatnot. It doesn't matter what kind of healer you are. You're in the right place at the right time, okay? Whenever you watch this. So I'll be doing 2 different kind of oracle readings. First one for females that are healers, and second one for males that are healers. You can be even a healer being a dentist as well. You're taking care of people's teeth, right? Hi there, Michael Beesworth. And so with those 2 readings, we're going to go deep in how you can transition from one phase to the other in order to heal people with your gifts in such a different way, okay? So let's get started with females first, okay? Female healers. Let's ask the question, what needs to be upgraded for female healers to expand more as they transition from one phase to another to heal others with their gifts? Whenever they watch this. Anxiety in reverse, that's a good sign. Third chakra, Archangel Chamuel in reverse. Angel of Balance. Victory in reverse. And the Garden and the Gate in reverse. I'm going to clarify and see where the blockages are so that way we can heal them, female healers, so that way you know what to do next, okay? Just give me a moment to clarify all 5 cards. Seeing the beauty. Or world design. Pathway beyond. Heavenly embrace. And last one, inner peace. Clarify this anxiety in reverse with 1 card. Go on your own. Okay. Clear all 5 of these energy cards for the keys for each. All right, female healers. The blockages you have is in your mind, body, and your ether and your energy, okay? So we're going to go one step at a time so you understand each blockage, okay, to relieve it. So in regards to what's the blockage is going on in your mind, you're getting over anxiety and worry, which is a great thing, but you're still like at the ends of it. So you're needing to, in order to get out of your these imbalances, these blockages, you're needing to guide yourself in your own way to have a self-care regimen and keeping consistent about it, even a spiritual process of meditation that will be to your own specifications, okay? And then readjust them as you go. So that way you're aligned with creating more beauty and clarity in your mind, okay? Now in your body, I see that you're needing just to take more time for your spiritual practice, okay? Female healers, because of the fact it's guiding you to collaborate more with your spiritual source, okay? So that way you feel more enthusiastic with life, and also learn how to listen to your spirit guides, okay? Even your soul and great spirit that whispers, for some of you that need to know in those kind of ways about your spiritual path, okay? Because when you do, you'll make more of your dreams into a reality. You'll be focused on that instead of feeling lackluster and blocked off in your life, okay? Now in your spirit, it looks really good because I see that you're very open here. There's no blockage here, but you're wanting to be more open to new things, which is great because when you connect with yourself is what your soul is trying to get you to do. you'll be able to experience those new things from the inside out. It's just going to be like a ripple effect. When you're good, everything's good around you, and you're able to transform out of ideologies into more of a thriving, limitless aspect in your life, okay? Now, in regards to your ether and your magic, okay, healers that are females, there's a block here because of the fact you're needing to take this pause so that way you can grow through any kind of perfectionism here in your life and not micromanaging yourself, okay? Because with this pause, this is getting you to learn how to re-nurture yourself in such a different way for at least 7 days, okay? Make a relaxing place in your home, whether it's upstairs or downstairs or both, okay, female healers, so that way you can do this nurturing of your self-care regimen and your spiritual practice of meditation. Then you're able to connect more with your spirit guides and also be guided here, and learning how to connect with your own spiritual source. Try to do it at ground level, okay? Because part of getting your ether and your magic is when you are connected with Earth Mother, okay? Look into that as well. But I see that you can change things around, because when you come back to home, you're able to recharge and rebalance everything, and those blockages will be removed. Now, more of your energy here is that in order to cultivate more and let go of anything that's diminishing your energy, because I see you're relieving more of a block by going into more of inner peace here, especially when you're feeling very conflicted with stuff. Have you noticed that your energy drains really quickly? So your key is to making sure that you do your spiritual process of meditation, or there's another way of doing things to relieve any kind of conflict in your mind. You get a piece of paper, everything that's conflicting you from front to back, okay? And find a safe place, either inside or outside of your home, okay? Make sure the windows are open and your fan is on in regards to venting out any kind of smoke and burning that paper, okay? And being able to gather up the ashes to turn them into the soil, or washing them down the drain, okay? So make sure you do that, and be responsible when dealing with fire, okay? Because I'm not liable for that fire, okay? So those are your blockages. This is what's going to, when you bring these back into harmony, relieving those blockages, female healers, you're able to nurture your dream without feeling conflicted about it. You gain new ideas. And you also be able to regenerate yourself, keep yourself fed, in order to keep on cultivating more of your ideas and following your dreams, okay? So this is why I do these readings, so that way you can understand what your blockages are in order to finally lift them and move back into wholeness and harmony, okay? So from that, this is going to be the second part. So let's get some cards. So in this second part, you're needing to know that what are you going to do for the next 2 months until the next class is in October 2025, where you can take different ones. It'll be about, the elements, okay? It'll even be about life purpose. It will even be talking about life and death, a lot of cool stuff that not a lot of people like talking about. But this is also getting you to come out of your comfort zone to learn more, so that way you become more of the seeker in your life to embrace more of your life purpose or divine purpose, okay? Full potential is what I'm aiming for you, healers, along with everybody else I encounter in my life. But also for you to understand how to grow and expand with the inside, okay, of yourself, and really understand and start believing and trusting in yourself more. So that way it's a ripple effect from the inside out with you and your tribe or whoever you encounter too. So you're enjoying the journey more. And especially what you do in regards to your profession in healing, all right? So the next 2 months, you're being guided to doing 1 hour per day or night or evening of meditation, okay, inside or outside of your home. And if you're doing it inside of your home, it's ground level, not on top, because you're getting connected to the earth, okay? And also, we're going to look into more of what you need to do in regards to spiritual practice or listening to the guidance too as well for these next 2 months whenever you need it, okay? And if you're open to it. This is getting you to grow and expand and being open-minded. So we learn from each other in different kind of ways. This is why there's a different orchestra in this earth of different kind of people in order for us to teach each other different kind of things to grow and expand. So I being one of them, okay? So let's ask the question, females. For the next 2 months, whenever female healers watch this, what guidance, spiritual process can female healers do to further their expansion and healing? Female healers. We are the ones we've been waiting for. So first is spiritual guidance. So you can sit back, relax. Hey, if you end up falling asleep, pick it up from the beginning, because you don't want to listen to this in parts or you're going to get discombobulated. One of my neighbors, the kids, has a whistle, so they doing the whistle up and down outside. It's funny. All right, females, so you come back and you restart it and then you listen, okay? You can close your eyes or you can watch with your eyes, either way. Thank you for joining me. Number 14. Here's the message first. You belong to the clan of the Wolf Heart female healers. This is a soul tribe which boundaries beyond bloodlines and geograph. It is based on the soul connection to love's wisdom and higher truths of Great Spirit. The clan is united through wolf medicine and the heart. These are the qualities of the divine feminine that unifies and allowing for palpable expression of oneness that brings power to our collective wisdom and purpose. So females, here's the spiritual guidance. Through the wolf heart, we are soul kin. Whence our external identities may shift and change with circumstance, our soul tribe is fixed in the heart of the wolf way. It is the backbone of the emerging new world culture. This began an alternative culture, but it is now growing stronger in numbers, becoming more pervasive in consciousness and influence and in power. It is rising up as the saving grace, guiding the human race into new order because our personalities are strong and we are not afraid to voice our individual truths. We may get our buttons pushed by each other at times. Big hugs, female healers. However, when we remember that we are on the same team fighting for the same greater purpose, we can forgive and encourage each other not to take things too personally and continue to effectively harness the power of what we can accomplish together. Now, wolf medicine bestows the qualities of endurance, inner wisdom, and community. Wolves mate for life, and the wolf clan has an organized, associated structure that includes a balance between group endeavors and individuality or individualism. There we go. So the social order of the wolves provides support, loyalty, and thriving. Female healers. And yet the wolves are free-spirited animals. Wolves' wisdom teaches us how to balance solitude and socialization. It teaches that both are needed for the well-being of ourselves and our clan. Wolf wisdom teaches us to share ourselves without losing ourselves too. So the howling of the wolf is primal and powerful. It is used to locate clan members or to define the boundaries of their territory to other wolves from outside of the pack. The howling wolf is medicine for standing your ground and defending what is rightfully within your guardianship. Okay, female healers. If this strikes a note within you now, beware that using your voice and your energy is setting boundaries, and claiming your space is important. The territory is not physical, okay, female healers. This is the way of the ego. The territory is actually spiritual. Claiming it means reclaiming and sustaining the right state of mind and the expanded consciousness of open-heartedness to the divine that allows you to determine the quality, the consciousness, the stability of that space for all beings that seek refuge within it. Wolf medicine, my dear female healers, is the awakening of the pathfinder, the way shower, the teacher. Yippee! So wolf can learn new things and teach them to others. Part of your soul purpose, my dear female healers, is to guide and inspire others through what you learn to master in your own life. So we are the people who can do what's needed. We fight the status quo. We ravage the human mind away from inadequate responsiveness and use our own soul passion and on-the-ground action to take us from merely savaging what we can into alchemical salvation and the birthing of a new world order. So let us recognize ourselves, my dear female healers, as the empowered ones. The divine has blessed the soul. The divine has blessed the tribe of the wolf heart with intelligence, individuality, social, community values, and the ability to outwit enemies, protect and defend what matters, and adapt to challenge successfully. May we realize our abilities and tap into the resources we have and use them fruitfully. May we have joyful courage and confidence in who we are and what we're here to do. And that's your spiritual guidance for these next 2 months, okay? Whenever you watch this, there'll be links and everything to the next classes if you want to seek it out, okay? I'll make it very easy to find it, okay? Female healers. So here is the spiritual process. And we'll do that right now, but you can do this throughout your journey at any time, okay? Female healers. So, let's start now. Please say this out aloud, my female healers. My spirit claims divine territory upon the earth. I trust in the supernatural ability of my soul to determine, shift, and enforce the spiritual territory under my rightful guardianship as a way shower and pathfinder. I accept all divine blessing to fulfill the sole purpose of the wolf way, providing protection and sanctuary for those beings within my care. I give to and receive from my soul tribe with a willing heart, empowered in the wolf way. May we be blessed and guided by Great Spirit to fulfill our destinies and inspire each other as the ways of darkness are overcome by the ways of light. Now, my female healers, close your eyes and relax. Visualize, feel, and pretend that you can feel your heart from within inside you. Place your hand on your heart. A beautiful open space. Within that heart is gleaming wild wolf. Feel its heightened senses. Notice the color of its fur, its eyes, and the power, and the vitality that radiates from the spiritual guide, this spiritual guide. This is for you, my female healers. You may see, sense, or feel other wolves in your heart or around you. So allow the wolf in the center of your heart to be empowered, safe, and supported. Even if there are challenges, feel the strength and the divinity of that central in wolf, your inner wolf, as it is connected to the sustaining, unwilling divine power of truth, peace, and wisdom. Be with this for as long as it feels right for you. When you are ready, make small movements in your hands, wiggling your feet. And you have finished your spiritual process, and you can do this at any time, my wonderful, beautiful female healers. Big hugs. So again, make sure after you do the spiritual process, at least once a day, 1 hour, a meditation at any point in time throughout the day on ground level, if it's on the inside, on the outside as well, okay? Not skydiving, right, and doing a meditation. Big hugs. Hopefully that made you smile. All right, females, that's your readings, okay? Really hope it helps. You're invited to my other classes that will start in October 2025, okay? If you're watching this in the future, there will be links and stuff to those next classes down in the description box or comment area, okay? So check that out and become the seeker, okay? More classes will be on the way if they're needed, because I'm guided by the divine to do these, so that way there's growth and expansion with people that are healing in different kind of ways, okay? So male healers, you're up next. Let me clear these out and put them back in their decks and stuff, and then we'll get started with you. It's a very simple and easy kind of class. We want to start out very nice and easy, so that way you know your blockages and stuff. You can do the start, because if you're devoted for your own investment and expansion, you'll be able to do these kind of things. So that way you can teach people more to be devoted on taking good care of themselves too. So that way you're not overwhelmed, worried in the profession that you're doing healing for, okay? Or healing in, you know? Oh, and the cooler's on because I'm making dinner in the oven. Making some herb chicken. I'm going to have some vegetables with it after I get done with this live. So make sure you're making yourself a really good meal too. It doesn't take much to actually be a good cook. You know 3 or 4 different ingredients. If you're good with spices, you can put together something simple and easy. So I do the keto diet, so it's ultra easy, but before I was doing different kind of complex recipes and stuff, especially in Asian food, Italian, Mexican, and even hometown cooking too. Because when I moved here in Ohio, it was more about the mashed potatoes, gravy, baked beans, simple country house kind of cooking. So I had to learn that, and it wasn't so hard, you know. All right, males, let's do your reading by asking the question. But here, clink, gotta have some water. Don't want to lose out on my throat, right? And it getting all dried up. So let's ask the question, male healers. For male healers, what needs to be upgraded for them to expand more as they transition from one phase to another to heal others with their gifts whenever they watch this? Financial constraints in reverse. Caring connections. Joy to spirit in reverse. Cornucopia in reverse. And victory in reverse. Let's clarify these things and then we'll get started, okay? Clarify all 5 of these cards for male healers. Illuminated vision. Wild creation. Spiritual strength. Guided steps. And beacon of truth. Yippee! There we go. Some of them were flipped the other way. Clarify financial constraints in reverse. Ooh, clips of the concealment. All right, clarify all these, all 5 of these energy cards. All right, so what's going on with you, male healers? What blockages are going down here? I see here a lot of your blockages here about how you feel about nurturing yourself and recharging. Okay. You keep it concealed, especially when I got channeled in, you're trying to conceal it from me, but I see that you are dealing with the matters of over analyzing things to the point where it's affecting your whole chemistry of your body. Okay. So, and this is about how you want to reach your growth potential. If you think about it too much, it's what's getting channeled in. So therein lies the blockage because of the fact when you don't realize that you have a trigger, that's your trigger is overanalyzation. So you just need to know how to be consistent, how to deal with those triggers by not ignoring it, by overanalyzing more, by nurturing yourself in a different way to get a different result. If you become the scientist in your mind as a healer, you need to learn how to guide yourself back into the light, and that is part of nurturing yourself, okay? Hold on one second. Okay, males. Healers don't want to burn my chicken, so I had to shut off the oven, okay? What I do is a slow cook on it, so it's nice and tender chicken, okay? That's the key. You're doing a bundle of chicken, you put in your thing, put cover over it, or like a flat pan, and then you cook it under 375 temperature. Put your timer to an hour and 30 minutes, which is like 70 minutes. And then you can sit back and relax and do your other things. Make sure you put your timer on your phone so that way if you're anywhere part around the house, you know, you're triggered to come downstairs when that timer goes off to shut off and take out your chicken and let it sit for about 15 minutes, okay, for it to cool. And you're going to have some nice fall off the bone chicken, okay, in case you want to nurture your food aspect, because I see that's something you're needing to look into doing, okay, to make it easier for you to be okay. We can't be on all the time, okay, male healers. I know you got that ambition. I know you got that passion for it, okay, because you get empowered with different kind of things, but you need to be empowered too to unblock these things that are going on within inside you, okay, first. Because how can you feed others if your own table is empty, okay? In the mind, body, and spirit, okay? That's key. So you're needing to move out of that old ideology of feeling frustrated and concealing that from yourself or from others like me, because I see it, and we're all human, okay, male healers. You're needing to nurture yourself in your mind so it's not draining your mind, body, and spirit anymore, okay? Moving forward, your body. I see there's no blockages here in your body because you're trying to allow more of that harmony. It's like you're now open to more surprises here within inside you. So you're being guided more to doing a spiritual process of meditation. Very simple, very easy. I'm also going to do a second part to your class, Male Healers, in order to give you some spiritual guidance for the next 2 months and a spiritual process you can do, okay? So that's great. No blockages here in your body. I see that it's trying to be open to new things. Now in your spirit, your soul is really trying to get you to grow out of micromanaging yourself, okay? Because when you micromanage yourself, you put more obstacles in the way for more. The obstacle is that you're not open to spontaneity in your life and newness in that spontaneity. So your soul has a block, is trying to relieve this blockage of trying to have a awakening, okay, with inside you about this, so that way you have more strength of letting go of micromanagement in your life, okay, and being hard with yourself about micromanaging yourself, okay. Now in your magic and your ether, okay, male healers, there's a block here, but you can relieve that block by doing spiritual power of meditation, or even relieving that mental conflict that you get, because that mental conflict is blocking your own magic, your own ether, and inquiring that, okay? Even I feel like what's getting channeled in, your blockage is your old ideology about ether and magic. So you're being guided here to clear up that blockage. So, and how to do that, if you want to do it on a practical level or a spiritual level, meditation, and sitting down and writing what's conflicting with you in ether and magic, okay? Because when you came to this world, you were more open-minded about magic and all that stuff, because you were learning everything what it's like to just be the seeker first. Blocked off with any of this conditioning and stuff. So really come to home with inside yourself about magic and ether, because once you do, your own magic will come to be known more with you, okay? Because you'll be connected more in the mind, body, and spirit, and even with your magic, okay? So write everything that's conflicting with you on a piece of paper, front and back if you need to, and then burn it either outside or inside. If you do it inside, it's responsible in the sink, and then you wash it away with the water down the drain. You do it outside, you turn the ashes into the ground, the soil, okay? And then you can go forward with the meditation or not, because you will feel it if you need to relieve any more conflict, okay, about magic and ether. Now your energy. You're getting a block here in your energy because of the fact you're not taking a pause in your journey, male healers, because of the fact you're getting wrapped up with everything else and you're neglecting your own self-care regimen to recharge and trust in your inner guidance before taking action. Because when you do, you'll understand that this is for you to check in with yourself, to recharge and choose what's right for you in life without that mental confliction, okay? All of these blockages, when you get them relieved, okay, or removed, when they drop away because you are now doing something different to take care of yourself, my dear male healers, you'll have more faith in letting go with conflict, more inner peace. You'll reach more peaks in your life, celebrating more of your victories, and also transforming the way you see yourself and life around you. You'll get that upgrade in your new perspective, okay? So that's why I do these readings, so that way you don't have to be stuck in these situations with these blockages anymore, okay? Now let's do the second part for you, male healers, okay? Let's get the cards. Cheers, by the way. Bling. Hi, those who just joined my healers class. We're doing the male healers. Before this, we did female healers. There'll be timestamps in case you miss any part of the class, okay? All right, male healers, let's do your second part. First thing you need to know about your second part, in these next 2 months, you're needing to do 1 hour meditation. It can be during the day, the night, or the evening. Feel what's right for you. Trust yourself with that, okay? And when you do the in or outside meditation for 1 hour a day, make sure you're always doing it at ground level, okay? You're not doing it up in a treehouse. Big hugs. So, furthermore, I'm going to give you some spiritual guidance and also a spiritual process. So let's ask the question, okay? For the 2 months, what guidance and spiritual process can male healers do to further their expansion and healing whenever they watch this? Ooh, Ken of the Red Hawk Tribe. Yippee! So if you're new to these classes, okay, male healers, you're being asked what to listen and sit back in. Now, if you fall asleep for any kind of reason, that's okay. Just pick up from the beginning again, because you don't want to listen to this in parts or you're going to get confused, okay? And then we'll do a spiritual process that'll help too as well. This is a very simple one, okay? 39. So, on the wings of the red-tailed hawk, a divine message comes to male healers. Your spiritual maturity has evolved into genuine power and discernment. You have earned your stripes. Acknowledgement is granted, and trust yourself in your destiny. You are ready. Trust in your sense of timing, which is excellent and inspired. Allow the divine to support you as you hover until the moment comes for you to fiercely plunge into your next forthcoming adventure, okay? Now here's the spiritual guidance. There are some on the spiritual path that claim to be more evolved than others. Not me. I don't know everything, and I'm okay with that. So, of course, these are likely to be the ones learning an important lesson in humility, my dear healing men, healers that are men. Then there are the souls. Know that they have come with a special purpose to guide, to lead, and inspire others. Yet they do not feel this makes them in any way superior to another. It is simply the way by which they can fulfill their divine destiny. These are the red-tailed hawk tribe, and you are one of them, okay? Male healers. The red-tailed hawk feathers only emerge in maturity, signifying that this bird of prey is a soul symbol of spiritual maturity and service to the tribe. This is also reflected by the red color associated with their feathers and chakra of the Vedic tradition of India. Red is the color of ground, earth, and belonging, family, and tribe. Our material realm and the collective consciousness that can create for each other to either move us forward as a race or hold each other back. So 𝐼ᴇʟᴄᴏ, or hawk, is the medicine of the messenger, my dear male healers. This is one who sees and feels the birth of a new world and who recognizes that which is outmolded and belongs only to the past. It is the progressive, honest, action-oriented medicine. As a channel between higher wisdom and earthly concerns, 𝐼ᴇʟᴏ brings a way to get things done in harmony with the universe. So red-tailed hawks are many in number, my dear male healers. Yet each one has a unique plumage. They are both an army and a group of individuals. So it is with your kindred soul tribe that you will have common purpose on this planet. But the way each in the tribe goes about fulfilling and expressing it will be unique. So our job is to recognize and to support each other. Big hugs, males. Even when we come from different disciplines, different backgrounds, and are approaching the same world problems with different perspectives. We may work from different places, along different routes, for one true purpose of birthing higher consciousness on the planet. But when we realize that we belong to each other in our own common purpose, through sometimes it may be hiding under quirky differences of character and expression, we feel a sense of belonging, connected through an invisible but palpable thread of soul. To fully express the supportive power of your soul tribe, my male healers, both in the spiritual realm and earthly world, you will feel the healing required around family, friends, and various types of community, including religion and business communities, where you have held wounding, insecurities around being marked as an outcast, abandoned, and rejected can create unconscious defensiveness that keeps people away. Once you may have needed these psychological walls to hold you up until you healed your wounds and grew stronger enough to thrive through tearing them back down. Enka Hawk comes with the message that you, male healers, have outgrown these old ways. To continue with them will keep support away from you unnecessarily. You will clearly be able to see anything unwanted that used to be held at bay by the walls. You will now be able to deal with it through your skills of honest speech and your ability to tear away cords of connection or influence that do not serve you. Yippee! And that is your spiritual guidance, especially in these next months. Now let's do your spiritual process for this next 2 months, okay? When you're open, you'll be able to do this, okay? So let's do this one step at a time for male healers. Begin by relaxing. One moment, I'm going to shut off my cooler so I'm not yelling into the phone. Okay? All right. Right back, male healers. So, begin by relaxing. Please take 3 breaths in and out. Focus on your breath as you imagine and intend, feel, or pretend that your awareness moves away from each day, world, and follows your breath into a sacred place within you and around you. Focus on the breath for at least 10 breaths in and out. Now you're wanting to imagine, visualize, or intend that there's a magnificent red-tailed hawk sitting upon an ancient sacred spiritual book. The hawk is gazing steadily at you. You see that this book has your name upon the cover. The hawk suddenly lights the book, and the motion causes the book to open at a particular page. You are going to see, to feel, absorb, or read that page now with your soul. You may or may not see, hear images and words. It may simply be that you are willing to remain open and allow this wisdom to soak straight into your soul. Now, when you are ready, relax and slowly begin to focus on your breath, grounding yourself by moving first your hands and feet, and then your whole body. And as you come back into the here and now, you completed your spiritual process, male healers. So thank you for joining me in doing this, okay? You will be getting upgrades along the way when you connect and do this spiritual process throughout your journey, okay? It's what's getting channeled in, all right? It will help you unblock anything, but especially give you those upgrades, okay? So you can do this process at any time. If you are some kind of healer that's an influence, males, this will give you highlights, solutions, and stuff if you're some kind of influencer online, okay? Where it'll help you stand out in your healing practices and what you do further, okay? Because I got rainbow moth. It's one of the tattoos I want to get on my right arm. So pretty. So look into the sunset moth is also what it's called, or the rainbow moth. Because when it goes out in the sun, you see all the rainbow colors on it. But when it's in the dark, it's just a black moth. So it's really pretty. All right. So male and female healers, that's the end of our class. Just make sure you tune into, if you haven't already, subscribe, but tune into my new classes that'll happen in October 2025. And if you're watching this way into the future, that means there's links already down in the description box or comment area, okay? So you can go right to them. become that seeker and trust yourself what you want to learn. So that way you seek out more of that growth and expansion, because that's what I love being a seeker, is that there's already some really new and cool stuff that you can really uncover, through different cultures, practices, and stuff. There's not one way of doing things on this earth. And I love that, because then it would be dull and boring. So Earth Mother didn't make it like that. That way we're always expressing our gifts to one another for our own growth and expansion too. I'll make it very easy, especially if you're watching this now in the year 2025 in October, to know where those classes are. They'll be on my homepage on my channel on YouTube. So that way you can go right to it if you want to get notifications when it comes out. And so the rest of August, I'll be doing different classes. The next one that's coming up is for psychics. So that way they go to the next level with the people that they're dealing with too, and grow and expand their psychic abilities. So that should be fun too. All right, healers that are males and females, please enjoy your journey. Make hugs, and I'll see you later. You're always welcome on my channel, okay, no matter what you do in life. Okay, it's open. I also do different kind of readings for zodiac sign and non-zodiac signs. The next one is on Saturday at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and also Thursdays at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, in case you are interested, okay? Now, I'm going to close out with a mantra, and I'll see you later, okay? Esitoma 𝐖ᴇʟᴄᴏᴍᴇ Dhammasoma jyotigamaya Mrityurmanritangamaya. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I almost forgot, female and male healers, if you do take my other classes, make sure you bring your journal, so that way you can write down your beautiful ideas, what you get inspired and empowered about, and what it is that you want to include in your journal of what you've learned and progress in that, okay? So, see you later now. Bye.